Hello, Fun Robotics Network. My name is Anthony, and today we are with Team 19668 HiveMind. They were the third Alliance captain and winner of the Design Award at the Bishop Kelley League Tournament. Today, we're going to look into this 3-shooter robot and how they're able to do this here on Behind the Bot.
This video on fun is brought to you by viewers like you and also in partnership with the following. True competitors know that every second counts. That's why Kettering University challenges you to dive in right away as a first-year student. Participating in robotics programs helps Kettering students secure a valuable co-op. Whatever your interest, Kettering gives you more space to work faster and win faster. Learn more at kettering.edu/first. If your team is looking for inspiration, check out the Studica Robotics FTC Starter Bot to get you going. Studica Robotics structure options are available in multiple colors with new components now available. Build better robots and receive a 25% discount off most kits and parts, and apply for team grants when you go to studica.com/robots.
So first off, let's start with the intake, right? Walk me through how it intakes and all that kind of system.
So we basically have these Gripforce Gecko wheels and food kickers from GoBuilda, as well as these Mechanism wheels we 3D printed. Mechanism wheels, this one pushes this way, this 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 pushes this way. And that allows the artifact to come in, get moved over, and into the lane.
So
like that.
Once it's in the lane, we have these, we call them French fries because they're yellow, our team color is yellow. These come up, and you can see they push the artifact up into the, because we have color sensors all across here. Once it sees that there's an artifact in there, it moves it up so that no more can get in there, so we don't get any controlling penalties. And then it turns an LED on. If you see, here, can you run the intake? And so then we have the LED on for driver assist. So the drivers, when we're facing the goal, it's really hard to see what colors in each lane by our design. So we have color sensors across here. Those, when they're up, they'll tell us the color. And so that way our shooter can shoot, there's one button to shoot all of them at once. And there's another button that can do each lane individually so we can get the pattern.
Yeah, so that's been something that's been really good. I mean, your robot has literally lit up the field just with all these lights on. Talk to me about your guys' sensing, because I know you guys hit on the driver enhancements with the lights. Talk to me about your Logitech and your sensing.
So we sense with these color sensors, detects the color, it will process that and turn on these lights.
We had issues originally with the color sensors, we'd get it stuck in the holes of the artifact and it wouldn't read. And so it gives our color sensors, the red color sensors, they give us the red, green, blue, and alpha readings. And so we had to continuously tune those to finally we have it pretty good now to where even if it gets on a hole, it'll stay purple the whole time.
And then you guys have a Logitech camera. What do you guys use that for?
So we use this webcam to allow us to read the motif pattern in auto. It's positioned just right that it can see it from the bottom position, and it will register and it will shoot in that order, even through tele.
We originally were going to use a limelight, so that way we could get position from that. And then we're actually watching the Behind the Bot on Leviathan Robotics and how they use pinpoint for their localization. And we couldn't find a good place to mount the limelight because it's just like barely too tall that if we angled it, we'd be over. And so we were going to have to mount it here and it can get blocked really easily. So we decided to go with pinpoint. And so assuming we end our autonomous at the right spot, we can track, we know exactly where we're at in the field with pinpoint. And so it can't be blocked by other teams. So we use that instead of limelight. And that's why we chose a smaller webcam that also uses less battery. So that way we can last longer on the field.
For sure. So talk to me about your 3 shooters, right? So how do you guys do that, right? So do you guys manually control them, or how do you guys go about shooting and all the adjustments you guys have?
With our 3 shooters, as it intakes and puts it in there, it pushes down on what we call French fries, so that it keeps it in place while not throwing it into the flywheel. It feeds into the flywheel, and with the color sensors, we fire using one of 4 buttons. We can either choose to fire from each lane individually, or we can choose to fire from all at once. The all at once fires it in the correct motif pattern using the information gathered by the webcam. Another advantage to our hood is for maintenance. When we use a zombie axle for maintenance, and the rotating hood allows us to change stuff inside the bot. For instance, today when we had issues with stopping mid game, we used the hood to do maintenance on this area and somewhere around here. This also allows us to work on our motors, and if we use something wrong, we can reposition.
So, yes, it was the power switch. We were able to easily get in, as he was saying. We do not, in fact, use the servo, even though it's there. We were originally going to, but we found we could shoot from both zones pretty reliably, if with some tuning, without adjusting. It's just there now to hold the hood from going up and down while we're driving. The servo is not plugged in, but it still adds enough friction to keep it from rotating down.
Yeah, for sure. Because I was about to say, I saw the servo in there and saw that you guys could just open and close. So that makes sense that you guys are able to, it's off and not using, so you guys are able to do that with ease. So with how big this robot is, what do you guys do as in your strategies, and how do you guys play against defense? Because I know some of these teams can be kind of slower, whatever. So what do you guys do with such a big drivetrain?
So our strafing is really bad. We are really slow because of the weight. Our forward's reasonably well. So we don't have a back plate on currently, and our intake's kind of vulnerable. So it's kind of hard to push robots out of the way. So it's kind of hard to come into the side, but we are more difficult to push around by lighter robots. If they get a bit of momentum, they can jam us, though.
For sure. I mean, yeah, see this thing, it's really cool. So overall, I mean, what do you guys feel like is the most unique part about your robot?
What I feel like is the most unique about our robot is our 3-lane hood. This hood, it was recommended by one of our mentors when he brought up this idea. We originally gave about 2 ideas that were different than this, but we finally landed on this decision because of the amount of upsides that it has.
Awesome. Well, I mean, there's a lot that teams can learn from you guys. I mean, this has been really impressive. You guys got 3rd here. You guys got the design award. You guys have performed really good today, and it's been really impressive to see you guys. This has been Anthony on Behind the Bot. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell to stay up to date on future fun videos. If your team is looking for inspiration, check out the Studica Robotics FTC Starter Bot to get you going. Studica Robotics structure options are available in multiple colors with new components now available. Build better robots and receive a 25% discount off most kits and parts, and apply for team grants when you go to studica.com/robots. True competitors know that every second counts. That's why Kettering University challenges you to dive in right away as a first-year student. Participating in robotics programs helps Kettering students secure a valuable co-op. Whatever your interests, Kettering gives you more space to work faster and win faster. Learn more at kettering.edu/first.